So we are now going to share a video clip from the testimonials from our workshop that we did on rematriation, just to give you a sense of what happens in the broader audience of the Canadian context, and larger audience of also welcoming in both Indigenous and settler individuals into a healing space together over the day long. So this was a Zoom-based offering. So go ahead, Chris.
Voiced, because we need to be reminded of it. We need to remember that in our own communities, we have a right to, and we need this way of being with one another together, because the colonial practices are so deeply entrenched in our systems. And so I needed this medicine right now. Mm-hmm. And I really want to give, oh goodness, I want to give thanks. My battery's dying too. And so I want to share with you that you have inspired me, because I've been sitting with how do I speak to what is happening in our community meeting so that we can get back to remembering the heart of why we are together, and that together is what we need to be. Mm-hmm. So I just, from my heart to each of you, Gelakesla, just, Larry Jean, I am so grateful for you, and I'm so grateful for every single person that is here today. And I'm grateful that I came back to join you guys and be fed just this little bit. Gelakesla. Thanks for keeping it real.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who has conducted themselves in the way we would hold a circle if we were all in person. That it has been so generous in spirit in the depth of the sharing, but that it has also been so respectful. So miigwech to you all for holding the circle in that way.
Cheryl?
You'll have to excuse me. I'm losing my voice. Can you all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. I just wanted to say a really deep thank you. I'm an ancestor of settlers. I can trace my maternal grandmother's family back to the people who colonized Eastern Canada, specifically Mi'kmaq territory, and down the east coast of Turtle Island. So thanks and gratitude don't seem to express the weight, like the divine weight of these kinds of teachings for me. It feels like an honor, as well as a very much undeserved form of reciprocity as a settler on these lands, to receive such a wealth of knowledge and sacred ritual. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has been gracious and wise and strong enough to share parts of their story. Yeah, it's just a beautiful thing to be able to witness and sit in on. So thank you for inviting all of us here, because it feels in some ways that, the wealth and the richness of Indigenous culture is something that's been stolen from all of us through colonization. But I especially feel that being able to sit on teachings like this as a descendant of colonizers is a really, really rich form of healing for these lands. So thank you all very much.
Nicole.
Yeah, I feel very moved. And I feel like somebody earlier, I forget who now, but I wrote it down. It was Whiskey Jack. The movement. We are in a movement. You're moving. We are moving, all of you that held the space today, that shared, the presenters. You're moving art therapy along. It's incredible. And I feel like, Jean, I can visualize us 17 years ago in a tiny little studio. And Fiery, I can visualize the first time I was on the land with you. It was 2014 maybe, or 2013. And yeah, I feel like a lot has moved. A lot has changed. It's happening. And listening to everyone say today that they didn't receive the teachings that they needed, and then here they are connecting to them and sharing them. It's like, this is incredible. It's such an honor. I just feel I have so much hope for the future. And I feel like this is a very memorable day, I think, for our profession. And yeah, a couple months ago, an Indigenous colleague told me they didn't think they belonged in the art therapy profession. And it just broke my heart knowing who they are and what they have to offer and are offering and are doing. And I don't want anyone to have to ever say that to me again. Like, every single voice today, every single story, every single art image, every little bit of it absolutely belongs. And that's my offering, is to keep removing whatever I can, wherever I'm sitting, is to just continue to remove the clutter that's in the way and the barriers, so that everyone does feel like they belong and can do their honest truth healing through creativity and everything. Yeah. So that's my public commitment to you and your team. And it's even from a year ago in the CATA conference to today, I feel like the energy, like the empowering energy, has just expanded so much. Like, I just feel so much of the interconnectedness and the energy that's spilling out beyond these little boxes. Like, it's pretty powerful. And I know you've been through some big ups and downs, but it's sustaining. It's sustaining and it's growing. So thank you.
I just wanted to express my gratitude as well. I live in the Yukon Territory, and I really appreciate being connected with all of you. And I'm also very, I just wanted to share my art, I think, is probably where I want to go. So I just created this, and as the combination of some of the things I used before, but then some nature and things that I collected and really wanted to, just connecting with everyone and just connecting with nature has been really important. And I'm definitely feeling a lot of emotion. So I will be, I'm looking out my window to where I live, and the gratitude I have for being able to have a property, live on this land where I can actually be in nature, and working towards sharing that with others. So I will be, after this, getting outside, connecting with the land, taking a walk. So many amazing words have been spoken today. So much art has been just really powerful. So I'm just so touched. So just sending my love to everybody who's been part of this, and gratitude. So thank you.
Thank you, Brandon. Here's our medicine.
I was sending Brandon a heart.
Okay.
I wanted to say thank you to everybody that created this space for all of us. And it's my first time at a CATA gathering, and I've experienced the value of sharing and being in this space with other Heartivists. And I want to give gratitude to Patricia and to Chris and to all those that helped to put the presentations together and to make it feel so easy and not so scary for the less techie like myself. But also I'd like to express the excitement that I'm holding when I think of, different ideas for when the new school opens up and preparing for that and doing more of the me as tree, we as forest. I have visions of 3 different cities or 4 different cities on their own Zoom doing the same class all together. I gather my part of us here on the island, and we create a program and we share it, and then you, Fiery, do the same over there, and Chris in Manitoba and Luella in BC or Alberta. I have visions of that, or else even of Leanna's beautiful dress. I have visions of seeing us all right across Canada, sitting with all our own dresses. Like, how amazing would that be, healing our Mother the Earth with our dresses, with our skirts, with our creative endeavors in dresses and skirts for our Mother. I just imagine how loved she would feel with all of us sitting right across Turtle Island in these beautiful dresses. So I'm just so excited really ready. And at the end, the last part, I just want to share my little creation. I did I used bear grease. I bear fat. And if you look at the sand there, I likened it to the 7 generations that I'm working on to reconnect to my culture. And there's Grandmother Moon shining across the waters, giving me the sustenance that I need. I made it on cedar, and I just love it. I'm so thankful, Jean, for this beautiful inspiration. I think there's a little bit more that has to go on it. I'm not sure what, but it feels like it. But I'm Fiery. I can't tell you enough of how fortunate I am to have landed in your wonderful space of healing. I can't express enough of how I want so bad for life as medicine to be. It's so important, so critically important to us and to our families. I need you to know that. And I want to do whatever I can to help and be a part of this. I'm so full right now. I'm really so full. Thank you very much. Hey.
You're so welcome, Louisa. We're in it together. All of us.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for creating this space for those of us who haven't had the opportunity to be over on the east side with you to join in a good way. I just want to honor everyone that shared today and who held space today in this room. And that what really shines through for me through this is everyone's intergenerational strengths. The strengths that everyone has brought into this space are just like so empowering to be part of in places where we often feel isolated. And yeah, just in our culture, or for me particularly, I'm in a place where my family isn't, my community isn't, and those are sacrifices I need to be in the program I am in right now. But I want to honor that this space is really valuable to me. And I just made a piece of art in the after lunch and flowed through it as everyone was speaking and sharing. So there's a little bit of all of you or all of us in this. And I think when you invited us to share our shield, I think that's the shield that I've created today, was sharing the strengths of all of you and putting that into a piece of artwork. So thank you again for that. And then in the earlier time in the conference with the lunch, I wrote a little poem while people were sharing, and I'll just share that as well. It's not long. I wrote, life is medicine. Medicine is life. Art is life. Life is art. Art is medicine. Medicine is art. Women reciprocally create and receive life, medicine, and art. We are in creation with all these forces. Being women, are, your, life, medicine, art, are all ways of being in the world, in relationship and reciprocity with ourselves and with all of creation. Yeah. Beautiful. Here, everyone.
I would just love to offer my gratitude into the space for all of my co-trees in the forest together, all my co-buffalo in our herd, all my co-wolves in the pack, however we want to look at it, co-grasses in the lawn, dandelions. We are persistent and resistant. So we, at the end of the Life as Medicine class, a couple of us wrote and created pieces that were kind of just taking snippets out of everybody's work. And one of the expressive arts, Indigenous expressive arts students, who was just taking that to pick up her final credit for the certificate. Her name is Forrest. And we had actually a couple pieces of Forrest's work to show today, but we'll do this instead. We also have this song that Forrest and I and Liliami co-wrote that we want to share to, it's kind of like our ending prayer, our ending song, our ending offering into the space today. So let's just have the song, Patricia, if you have it.
Honoring, creating, not destroying life. Reawaken for journeys with and within. We are fierce, spirited beings who never give up. You heard us right. No, never give up. Healing happens in layers. Remembering life as medicine. Honoring, creating, not destroying life. Reawaken for journeys with and within. We are fierce, spirited beings. We come from wind. Our bones are made of birch. Think like mountain under blueberry moon. Healing happens in layers. Remembering life as medicine. Honoring, creating, not destroying life. Reawaken for journeys with and within. We are fierce, spirited beings. Creatrix of our spirit nurtures my inner child. I have a big garden to tend. Like seeds we heal and grow. Healing happens in layers. Remember as medicine, honoring, creating, not destroying life. Reawaken for journeys with and within. We are fierce spirited beings. Cause we dance, remember joy. Sing, return home. Expand, remake, create. Answer the call. Healing happens in layers. Remembering life as medicine. Remembering life as medicine. Remembering life as medicine.
Good night, my relatives.
So.
So just to thank everyone for space with us as we've shared just a small taste, just as Charlie Nelson used to say in my class when he'd bring his altar in and set up with little boy water drum, and he used to say, now you've had one small bite of a sandwich at the whole feast of what ceremonial knowledge is. And so I like to just honor Charlie with that and say, yes, you've now had one bite, one small bite of the sandwich of the feast that life as medicine is, and just hope that you'll honor and enjoy the morsel and connect with us to collaborate further if you have questions or if you want to offer something in and join with us on our journey together. So I'd just like to welcome any of my co-sister resistors here. If you have any closing words you'd like to say before we close our time together. I think, Chris, you had said you had an offering in.
Yes, I just wanted to just send along this quote that Louis Riel, our great Métis resistance fighter, gave us, saying that my people will sleep for 100 years, but when they awake, it will be the artists that give their spirit back.
Beautiful.
I would like to give gratitude for this time and this space that we're sharing together. And in that, I want to offer my tobacco to each of you and ask for your good intentions for this continued healing space of life as medicine. It is a huge gift for us, and we're told that the more that gather in these spaces of prayers and good intentions, that energy will come to that what is asked for. So I ask you for good intentions. Hi.
And I'll just add that in order to be community-based, what works is when it's reciprocal, when it's respectful, and when there's relationality. Hi.
Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. And we're just going to close now for the conference. We understand that we were the last ones up today. And so we want to bring you back to the eco-bricolage that we started out with. You're still here with us, still sharing life with us. And just to remind everyone of this beautiful shared journey that we're on, and that we always, in the sacred center of our medicine wheel, or the sacred center of our ceremony, the sacred center of our community, we have our intention. We have our candle, our light, our fire burning bright. That may what we offered, the small bit that we've offered in today from Life is Medicine, but also all of the small flickers, all of the small flames that each of you lit for the amazing work that each of you is doing in the world as art therapists, sparking creativity. May all of those small flames come together and create a beautiful large bonfire. That together we will reignite our flame of life, flame that is necessary to preserve not only humanity, but all our relations in our connection with Earth Mother and our cosmos. I welcome you to be the light carrier, to be the light. Use our arts, our healing arts, to keep our flames alive. Go in peace and rest well, all my relations.